Oh, oh, there we go. Hello, everyone. Everyone who's tuned in to the Megasode. Well, I'm gonna get right on in here. Just I'll start talking. But I'm not sure how much of this I'll be talking for. Depends if anyone decides to come in and chat, and how long I can kind of keep things going. I'll probably just chat until I run out of things to talk about, as always. But the episode will go on. I probably won't name every super long kind of length of episodes, like kind of chain of them. I probably won't group them together like this, but I thought I'd make this kind of fun. And this isn't actually episode 30, which is kind of weird, but it's just kind of an extended cut of Journey to the Farlands kind of thing. Not even, I guess, extended cut, but like just more. You get to see more. More than you already do. Quite crazy. Now, what does this mean, though? What is this? What does the Megasode mean? Well, I mean, I might say it again a few times, but it's just kind of, like I said, just kind of a continuation. Be streaming my walking, and this weekend happens to be a weekend where I don't have as much to do, so I thought it'd be the opportune time to just do a series of long episodes and kind of just group them into one megasode, as I'm calling it. Might do it again. I'll just call this Megasode journey or version long, which just literally means long version, French. You got the stream title out of me already. I don't know if I think I'll just keep all of them the same name, and then each Megasode just call it a different thing. Not sure how many Megasodes I'll do, but I just thought it'd be interesting, as I said. Also, I've been meaning to catch up in Journey to the Farlands, so this will give me the perfect opportunities. So hopefully, yeah, we got. Well, I'm just thinking for the kind of idea of how much time we have. It's 10:50 Eastern time, I guess, where I am here, and 10:50, so it's about 11. So we'll have maybe 3 hours straight to stream today. So this will probably be the shorter of the 3 episodes. Or I don't know if it'll be 3 parts. Who knows? But I just said 3 just because I'll be streaming the 3 days. But yes, I might do more informal long episodes, because I know I can get away with that. But I don't know. I thought it'd be fun to group a bunch together. Anywho, I'm kind of just repeating myself now. Let's think about something to talk about. Well. I've been getting a lot of comments and chatters. So, yeah. I mean, that's definitely a bit of a difference to, a long time. Or the past long time, where I've just been talking to myself most episodes with no real outside influences. But recently I've had a lot of chatter go on. So, yes, very exciting indeed. Is the volume good? Before I film like 3 multi-hour episodes. This will probably be the shortest, and this is like 3 hours is like the longest I do. 3 hours sounds good. Maybe 3.5 or something. I don't know. I'll try and push it tomorrow. I might do an actual long episode tomorrow. I might do like maybe 2 smaller ones. So it might be part 1 of 4. I'm not gonna pin anything right now, or kind of confirm anything right now, just because I don't really know how many streams it'll be. The main idea is just that I'll be kind of, I don't know why I'm saying getting back the blocks I've lost, but it's more like getting forward, getting that head start. Oh, my lips are dry. It's that kind of year. It's very wintry here where I live, so there's a lot of snow. I've talked about it in I think Indubitably Ill, or keep on or one of those episodes, or marching on. One of those episodes I talked about the weather, and that was when the snow had just fallen, and now it's been winter for like. I mean, it's actual winter now. It's like friggin' cold out, and it's very snowy. There's a lot of ice and stuff. I've been doing some driving stuff, of course. But the G2, I think I talked about the driving test. I talked about it after the fact anyway. But that was 2 days ago. Very behind on things. So yeah, I've had dry lips. I've had nosebleeds. Probably just all due to the weather. I should get some lip chapper. I'm sure there's some lying around here. Could find. Anywho, enough about my personal hygiene. Yes. Pretty much at any moment I could just go silent, so don't worry if I go for pauses and stuff. I'll be, with these longer episodes, there's a bit more discrepancy with, my activity. I kind of have to balance things, so I might go to do stuff. Well, not like for super long. I'm not like switching games or anything. It's probably just like a break, like a snack break or something. But due to the sheer length, I'll probably, go watch Doctor Who while I'm doing this or something. Once my iPad's charged, I think it's still charging. So I'll just kind of try and keep things entertaining for the first little while, maybe even like the first hour or something, like the usual length. So this is technically a commentary episode, even though the whole episode probably won't be commentated. Because, I mean, it's very well possible to keep commentating through an entire multi-hour episode like this. But I do not have, like, chatters. As much as I just said, we have, like, a lot more chatters. It's still, can't do commentary all the time. It's been nice, though. I've enjoyed having people to talk to at times. It's a lot of fun. So I might have to repeat myself. But, that's just the nature of things here. I think the bots have actually stopped watching because I've noticed that there's not like the one consistent viewer the whole time anymore. Kind of see popping in and out and stuff. So I'm thinking maybe the bots have let go. Maybe it's just actual people watching. I don't know. That's my little I don't know what should I call it? I don't know. My suspicion. My suspicion. Is if you're just tuning in now, this is a megasode of Journey to the Farlands. Lovely. Walking to the corner of the world. Kind of an extended walk in a shorter period of time. I've been lagging behind. As much as it looks like I've been working super hard, and I just need to work a little bit harder to get there a bit quicker. Like what kind of effect this has on the actual journey as a whole. Won't be a huge difference. So like months back should be good. Because I mean, it could be a matter of weeks, but I'm assuming it'll be a matter of months. If it's like the amount I'm thinking of walking. But I think today it'll be more average, just because I'm starting much later. I got sucked into the universe sim again. I've just been enjoying that a lot. And if any of you don't know what that is, it's a god game, or kind of like a god game where it's like a start with an empty planet and you have these nuggets and they're like humans and they kind of expand and do stuff and you can influence things. It's like that. Won't get too into it in case people are like, oh goodness. But yes, that is a game I've been getting into. I would have done the stream earlier, of course, but I also, I was playing that was enjoying that a lot. I guess I could have streamed it, but saving the streaming for fun stuff. At least things I think would be good for Twitch and the YouTubes is just kind of lump them together. Just because they're lumping them together makes it a little bit easier since I'm kind of on 2 platforms with this. So it might be a bit, I guess it might be a bit odd for people watching just the YouTube thinking it's just YouTube videos and me being like Twitch, Twitch, Twitch all the time. But that's just the nature of it. Streaming it here on Twitch and I'm exporting it over to YouTube. That's just the meat and potatoes of this. And I've been doing some scheming in Newcraft 1. I might talk about it just because I haven't been streaming that as often. But I've been playing it. Yes. Can't say the same about Fellowship, of course. I'm kind of slowing down on that for the time being while I regather my ideas and kind of get motivated to, you know, I think I'll just I think what I'm going to do is when I return, I'll just push myself. I'll try and get to the point I want to be at and I'm good with. And hopefully that'll soothe the issues. Not right issues anyway. It's just me being dumb. Newcraft, lots of fun plans. I got plans to introduce a brand new character that kind of explains away some things and might stitch together or kind of make more sense with the new Beaumont plot and stuff like characters and all that. But yeah, that should be fun. I got some fun build ideas. I also got to work on my mega base in Newcraft 1. I'm still in the planning phase of it. I think yeah, I got 2 things on the go, which is kind of this new character and this kind of building stuff surrounding that. And then the mega basing, that's kind of the main stuff I'm working on. And I'm only talking about this just because I like to talk about other stuff while I'm doing Journey of the Farlands. If you want to hear me talk more about the actual Farlands and the journey, I think definitely the earlier episodes. And even like ones like the long and short. A bunch of episodes that do contain a lot of rambling about the actual world itself. So if this is like, oh, why is he talking about these Minecraft SMPs he's on and you know the stuff he watches and his hobbies and all that, it's just because I've kind of run out of things to talk about during the Farlands. I'm sure I'll get plenty of chat going on about asking about the Farlands and stuff, and I'll be just as fine answering the first question as the next. But yeah, as for like most chatting, I'll probably just talk about whatever pops in the head, whatever I think is good to talk about. Let me just check the audio here. Okay, we're good. I always like to make sure because I never know with this stuff. It gets a bit dicey at times. And if any of you guys are having don't like anything to do with the audio, and let me know in the comments or in the chat or whatever. I'll be perfectly fine adjusting things if there's things bothering you. I'm not I'm not the most audio savvy, stream savvy, I guess. Still pretty new to this. It's only been like a few months anyway. Some spooky cave sounds. I seem to acknowledge them, so there you go. I haven't found a spawner in a while, I realize. I might have walked by them. I'm sure the keen viewers will be able to spot them now if people have watched a bunch. I'm sure they'll be able to be like, actually, you missed this one back at like 1.7 million or whatever. I'm like, oh no, yeah, I'm sure I did, but I'm not going back there. So just point out my my blindness. It was probably when I was paying attention to something like my phone or something. Because when I'm in the no commentary streams, I get into kind of a groove and I'm kind of just doing other stuff. while walking. I've kind of gotten good at some multitasking. Like for no commentary stuff, I just put on the headphones and watch stuff on my iPad or phone. And that usually does it. And just for the commentary, it's just me sitting here talking. All that jazz. But all those lovely little things. Oh, I have to. Oh, yes. I have to do some stuff. What's on the to-do list for Journey to the Farlands? Well, the only thing on the to-do list is walk. I have to walk a great distance in a long period of time. I'm going to make it slightly less long, maybe after this weekend, and numerous more of these kinds of things. I'm sure winter break will also be like this. Not too sure about other stuff right now. Friday. Nice. Oh. Yes. The silence begins. Nah, I'm not gonna go to complete silence just yet. What will I talk about? Let's see. I didn't get up to a whole lot today, like YouTube wise. Because I told you guys I was watching some, I think, Vault Hunters and Create. And I might even watch some of that during the no commentary version or portion of this stream. I might just do that. And I guess if anyone chats, I'll try and frantically get my headphones back on. And try and get the mic and all that, and being like, oh, yeah. As I always seem to do. In no commentary portions. Yeah, I'm just going to refrain from calling this a no commentary stream, just because this is kind of an introductory part and kind of, I guess, a bare bones explanation. I mean, even if you watch like the first few minutes, you kind of get the gist of what these megasodes are all about. Might even be able to get it just by looking at them, the keen viewer. By keen, I just mean someone who is like, oh, that's multiple parts. Well, it must be like some kind of long thing, long episodes and all that. Long version long. Right. And why I did version long in French in particular, it's because some of the music I listen to is French music, funnily enough, from times past. If I listen to any music, it's probably 80s or 70s, and then some more recently. But usually, if I listen to anything, it's kind of either from that era or based kind of off that era of music. I think there's definitely a lot of charm to it. Some modern music I'm into, but it's definitely more few and far between for music. I don't really listen to much modern stuff. Gears. Oh, cows. Lots of them. Don't really need them though, do I? Not a very good use to me. Yeah, I was just enjoying the wonderful world of having endgame stuff again in Newcraft 1. Today I was doing a bunch of grinding of materials. I was like, oh, it's so nice. I didn't play Newcraft for that long today though. I'll probably play. I don't know if I'll stream all day tomorrow. I might do some other stuff. Like I wanted to help decorate with things a little bit. Decorate things. I wanted to decorate things. Like outside of the stuff here. All the gaming and streaming stuff. Just decorate. And I also might want to play some Newcraft. You know, get some work done. Maybe pawn the base a little bit. So it's either might be like I might start later in the day or like kind of afternoon, and then just kind of do it however long I feel, and then just break it up if I feel like doing other stuff. That might be like 4 or 5 parts. I won't break these episodes up into smaller chunks though. They'll remain, you know, the length that I stream them. And so if my internet kind of breaks and it splits up, then that's just how it goes. But it hasn't done that in a long time. Likely just because of the Starlink, and the only time it really does that is when the internet's really, you know, kind of screwed up from weather or something. Weather conditions and all that. Like episode 11, I tried filming originally, and I did like a 30-minute segment, and then it just failed. I just did it again. But that was back when I could just walk that and then stop. I feel like if something like that happened now where I lost footage, I'm not too sure. I might have to like go back or something. I haven't really entered that area. So I don't know. I don't know, for legitimacy's sake, maybe I'll go back. Like maybe even just move back and redo it or something. I don't know. Or not. Kind of depends how I'm feeling. If it's like a huge thing, or if it's like thousands and thousands, I'm like, oh, okay. I doubt I'd actually lose that unless I made some real big errors. Like the only time I really lost progress in this world was back when I was doing when I was testing out with mods and stuff, and I was using Optifine, and that one of the Optifine ones kind of just broke the game. So, and not like the Ant Venom video where it's like the graphically breaks the game. I've seen that. I've kind of seen that in my own game. I've kind of just goofed around with that. I was trying to find some like other versions of it, but one just made my game crash, and then the world just shot me back a long ways. Yeah, that's definitely it's happened. I've lost progress before, and the statistics menu has reset multiple times. I haven't really figured out what causes it to reset. Like the only really thing I could think of is checking for an update on multi-MC, but that sounds kind of dumb. I'm not too sure what it would be other than that, though. That was the only thing that I had really changed that it might have caused it to do that. That I see. Could have been something else that I'm not aware of, but no, statistics menu is not that big a deal. It's not like I show you guys it all that often. I showed the old one in like an earlier episode, and that was like the beginning of the world up to that point. So there's a lot more, and now it's kind of been reset, so it's a bit more interesting. And I also find it kind of funny how I just have so much trouble trying to guess the day now, because the statistics menu doesn't even show me an accurate guess anymore. Of course, it reset a while ago. So I'm just basing it off of where it last was, which is like 1100, and that was like a few weeks ago. So or maybe even a month or something. But I'm kind of lost as to what day we're actually on. Which kind of makes sense in something like this. It's not like I would actually keep track of the days. There's so many of them. There's gonna be thousands at the end of this. I mean, we're already 1,000 in. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of days. I guess I didn't show you guys my starting position. It was around. Yeah, oh, are we going? How long have we been going the wrong way, guys? Oh my goodness. Oh, I forgot. The one time I forgot to check the compass. Oh my god, I don't even know how long I've gone this wrong direction. That might have been the whole stream, for all I know. That could have been the whole stream. I have no idea. It might have just been like I might have accidentally done this and just. Oh, it might have been when I was mining. I don't remember. You guys, you keen viewers will be able to snuff it out and be like, you made an error. I do this all the time. No, I'm just kidding. I don't actually, lose my way like this all that much. I was kind of getting into conversation a little bit, so maybe that's why. Let's get some of that back, shall we? We need to get a move on. Oh goodness me. But yeah, we're about. Well, good thing I did that. Anyways, I'll continue that in a minute. Yeah, we're at about 1.7 million, 30,000. So that's where we are at the start of the Megasode. And at the end, we'll see. I'm being overzealous. Like to get what I'm wanting, it would take like a long, long time. So I'm not crossing my fingers with getting super ultra far, but I'll get a good way. Be in bed. We'll make some more beds soon enough. Alright, so terrain thing. Yeah, I don't really get lost all that often. Usually it's when I'm distracted and I'm not checking the compass. I usually check the compass pretty often, so I could just hold it in my hand. That's usually what keeps my attention on it. So, and it's always kind of funny to see the thumbnails that the YouTube picks. I mean, sometimes I do my own. Like if I really have a cool idea for an episode thumbnail, like some of them are more tailored, but most of the time I just let YouTube/Twitch pick it. If you're watching off Twitch and you watch other streams on Twitch, then it'll just be like Twitch's way, it'll be different photos than YouTube. But it's kind of nice. But one thing I did notice is that oh goodness, I'm yawning. Is that the compass, or it shows whatever I'm holding in like each thumbnail, so you can kind of see what I've been holding for like most of that stream. I usually cycle around though, so. But I do notice that things like the bed are pretty popular. The compass, probably the bed or the compass, or maybe boats as well. Something like that. Something like so. Good idea to check the statistics menu right now. I don't really care about statistics anymore. I kind of did care about it when I did have the original statistics still, but when they kind of got reset, all bugged out, I kind of was like, oh, whatever. Like I was considering going to a backup where they existed, but I can't do that anymore. Because it's just too much. I must not have had an excellent sleep last night. So if I start yawning a lot, I might just mute my mic and do watch some Doctor Who or YouTube or whatever. Kind of just mellow out. So I will be able to keep like walking, but I'll just be tired. Oh, we're half an hour into the Megasode already. Whoa. The Grand Megasode. Hmm. Oh yeah, that was a good show. I'm looking on social media here. I usually don't really use it that often, but I just kind of like to peruse every once in a while. I was just seeing stuff about the new Netflix show Wednesday, which isn't too bad. It's kind of it's kind of whimsical. It's kind of got its interesting sense of humor. That's just how the Addams Family usually is. If any of you know what that is, I'm sure a lot of the kind of North American, European viewers will probably know that. I don't know if there's any other people who wouldn't, but yeah, that's an interesting show I've been tuning into. I didn't really talk about that. I don't know about about kind of a modern adaptation, because it's been adapted like so many times now with forms. So yeah, it's quite interesting though. Quite interesting indeed. What else was I watching? I was watching The Crown with my parents. I know you can sigh or whatever or scoff or whatever. I don't really care. I watched The Crown with my parents, so there was a new season that came out recently, so I was watching that. So yeah, quite good. And as I guess as a kind of teaser for, or not teaser, but kind of forecast for currently, without the Megasode, I'm scheduled to reach the Farlands according to my app, which I use this app called Progress. You just kind of I just put like the numbers in, input them, and it makes graphs and it tells me when I'm going to get there and all that. They have the goal of the 12 million bucks or whatever. So it says January 2025, which is yeah, definitely not the best thing in the world. I'm really aiming for early 2024. I will wind back almost a year, if not more, if I want to reach there in a kind of reasonable time. Because if it's kind of after early to mid 2024, like my actual arrival, then I'll be kind of in university and it'll be slowing down. So I'm hoping I'll be able to get there before things kind of get overly busy. That's hopefully what these things will help me do. And I'll see how some of these longer streams are able to help. Because I can't really do these on a daily basis because I'm still busy. I still have stuff to do other than this, so I can't commit all the time. I really have to kind of get used to the time management stuff. Kind of keeping things on track. Yeah, I'll definitely have to watch some Create or something after I do my little talking. And I'm not sure if I'll do an outro on this part. I'll see. I usually don't like to not do outros, but if it's like a megasode where like it's only really intended for people watching the entire thing, entire kind of megasode, then I could just do it at the very end of the last episode. But I'll still maybe no, but it doesn't make sense because I'll still be doing intros to each episode. I'll treat them like regular episodes, but they'll be all lumped together and not with actual numbered stuff. Whoa. So if I have like 3 hours to do this, that leaves me with probably based off my kind of rates I do the journey. We're probably gonna walk. Ooh, that's actually. I think it's around 6,000 bucks an hour, so 18,000 bucks today, as a rough estimate. I mean, and that's also not really accounting for a lot of my stops like this. So we'll see. See what happens there. Oh, guess I didn't take fall damage there. So we might be able to walk like 18,000 blocks, 20,000 blocks. So that's kind of the starter, the kind of beginner, the beginning of this megasode. The beginning. All right. So maybe at the hour mark, I'll tune out and then do some other stuff. Or I guess whenever I run out of things to talk about, as I make very evident. I don't know. When you don't have much to say, you kind of just tend to repeat. Go back to what you're comfortable with. Oh, I think definitely in the future, if I get more free time, like when I'm not doing New Craft and Final Life and Origins as much. Well, I mean, Final Life and Origins are fine. They're only like once a week anyway. But if I'm not, if like New Craft's less of a focus and I'm still kind of on break from the Fellowship or something, I might try and do like a solo series, like Journey to the Farlands. I don't know. I've talked about it. I think it could be interesting. Like some kind of hardcore series or an Origins thing, so you guys kind of get the gist of things. If you haven't, any of you guys have not seen Origins, I could kind of explain it in that series. I know. I mean, I think regardless of everything, I'll probably still be doing other games every once in a while. Like I'll definitely be doing Subnautica when the new updates come out. I think they're the final updates, so yeah, we'll definitely check them out. Check the first game out, second game. I've played them before, so you're not gonna get completely genuine reactions from me, but I think there's definitely a lot to it that I have yet to experience, so it could be interesting. I'm not trying to discourage people from watching just by saying I'm not a complete newbie, but it might be a bit better, I guess, that way. Then you won't really be needing to complain about my skill. I mean, you might still, of course, but to each their own, I say. So hopefully we'll make it through 1.6 or 1.7 million, maybe even 1.8 million. I feel like 1.8 million would be a bit of a stretch to cross all those blocks. I feel like 1.7 to 1.8 million is probably enough. That's like 75,000 blocks. If I were to walk more than that, that'd be great, but I'm also hesitant about that. There's the sheep. And I'll kind of work out a plan for tomorrow for this. Probably won't stream Newcraft very much this weekend because I'll probably be doing mostly planning and grinding for a base. I mean, I could stream the grinding for the base if I do that. Might do it tomorrow morning if I do. I'm also gonna help with decorating, so there might be some points where I'm not streaming tomorrow. I'm not really intending to stream the entire time. I mean, it'd be good for Journey to the Farlands, don't get me wrong, but I also have my limits. I'm already traveling at such an accelerated rate. That the kind of commentary episodes are kind of not feasible because they're so often now. Because I hope people who are watching will be able to understand. Maybe I don't know. Can I count for future me? Of course, but I don't know. I think things are not doing too bad. But yeah, maybe at the hour mark, I'll probably go have like a bite to eat and then get my iPad and get more comfortable. I'll get my evening clothes, kind of my night clothes on, and then I'll be back. So I'll probably take like a good 15-20 minute break or something. But also accounting for breaks, I mean just that one break. I might even take a bathroom break in there. So yeah, 15 minutes. I just don't quote me on that because I'm usually tend to be a little off, but Just look at my calculations. I thought I was gonna make it to the Farlands in like April at first. Even February was like the original date, but now it's just getting pushed further and further. Getting pushed further and further. Just because I guess the average is starting to level out with my actual kind of average. And the average isn't just all the highs outbalancing the lows. The lows are starting to get their share. Yes, that's partially what I'm trying to fix here. Mm-mm. 15 minutes, and then I'll be going on the break. To do some stuff. Oh, I got some lovely terrain here, though. Some excellent terrain. Quite interesting. And we'll I'll probably like return for like the outro, maybe talk a bit at the end. But yeah, for the most part, the remainder of the stream will be no commentary. I'm not gonna break it up into another part, so don't worry about that. Well, it'll just be like the first hour being actual commentary, which is probably what most people actually watch anyway, if they even watch more than like 5 seconds. Ooh, got some lava. Oh, gotta love seeing some lava burn down forests. Look at this. This is like a perfect base location. Flatten it out, build a nice log cabin, some crop fields, and maybe a farm or like a nice farm if you can build anything in beta. Ooh, getting the chills. No. And build a nice farm. Some redstone mechanisms. Quite nice. Gotta scale this mountainous terrain. So yeah, we started at 1,730,338. And I'll let you know at the end of the whole thing where we are at. I don't know if I'll actually update you that often during the Megasode. I mean, I usually just press F3 every once in a while anyway, but we'll see. Might just leave it as a surprise for the end, or might not. It's usually how most things tend to be. Oh, I just like the terrain. Like, look at like the big beaches and the green. Oh, ow! The green terrain. The various greens. I don't even remember which episode that was. I was gonna call various greens. Oh right, it was the one I renamed it Many Quirks of Beta Minecraft. I think it was episode 2. Because at first I called it the various greens. Because that was back when I was still naming episodes before I did them. Well, I mean, now this episode I am, but I've had this idea in my head for weeks. And I guess it's not too. I mean, I guess no one's really gonna connect the dots, but there is the earlier episode to this. Like one of the previous episodes was called Le Petit episode, where it was like a 38-minute episode. So if you connect the dots that is French and this is French, version Longue and Le Petit episode. It's yeah, based off one of my favorite songs. Happens to be a foreign 80s song. Go figure. Go figure. Oh, this week's been this week's been crazy. All sorts of things have happened. I think on Monday, my cousin Brody was here getting surgery on his finger, and he was visiting. I mean, like recovering and all that. It was crazy. And then there was the dance in the G2 on Wednesday. Busy day as well. And I had my piano lesson, which is like every week. Then today we're doing the Megasode. It's just been such a busy week. Nothing really busy with school. School's kind of the same. It wasn't really too much. We did did a race because we built racers with the Lego. I think Mindstorms. I think that's what they're called. It's like the robots that you make out of Lego, and you can code them and stuff. That was what we're doing. And we did racers. And mine, it was me, Nico, and Matthew. So Nico was on Newcraft, and Matthew was also on Newcraft at one point. Although that's not on stream, I don't think. But yes, they're both Newcraft members. But our racer, it was pretty interesting. Maybe I'll explain that before I go on break. Might even do that before the hour mark. Might just do it after this day ends. I usually like to do it on at nighttime for some reason, whenever the days end. But anyway, yeah, we've been doing this for like a week or two now, building these robots. Or at least like the current one, which is like the racer. Oh snap! Look at this. Oh, I'm gonna have to get a screenshot of this. Look at this. Look at the base potential here. Oh, I might even make this the thumbnail. You think I should make it the thumbnail? Yeah, I think I should. It's just so cool. I haven't seen terrain like this. You know, maybe I'll just talk about the terrain. I think that'll be fun. Oh, I love this though. I love this kind of weird bowl thing that happens, like where it like kind of edges curves out. It's really cool looking. It's this kind of terrain that inspires me with landscaping in modern Minecraft. Gotten more into landscaping in modern Minecraft for sure. After the whole turning the ruins into Manor Town and all that fiasco. I didn't stream my patching in of everything. I know I probably won't stream everything on that, so it's not gonna be. You kind of just get to tune into that. It'll be more like how I initially did during the Farlands, where I kind of just show you it. My patch, I don't even know the last time I used one. I don't think I've used one yet this stream. Oh, lucky day. Got a thumbnail for the video, so very well good. It'll be over on YouTube. I usually don't modify the Twitch stuff all that often, so you get some pretty raw stuff over here on Twitch. I don't edit it here, so it just kind of, I transfer it over and edit it on YouTube, so apologies to the Twitch only people who are only kind of tuning in on Twitch. I'm assuming if people are actually watching this, it'll be on YouTube. That's my assumption. Because usually, it's only like a week after this be deleted. I usually don't get much traction on Twitch. It's usually mostly on YouTube, but I have been getting some on Twitch as well. So, or I mean, recently I've been getting some chatting going on. So, yeah. Chicken. Quite. Yeah, we were doing racers. Yeah, I'll go back to that. I think it's kind of funny. We're doing like racers, and I kind of spearheaded this project. I mean, it was like 3 of us, but I mainly spearheaded it. And yeah, it was quite an interesting thing. I built it really kind of for form. Wow, go figure. I built something for form over function. And then, the function, wow, the function actually suffered because it was too beautiful. So today we were like, Nico and Matthew are like, why not just remove the frame? Not the frame, but remove all the excess. And I did that, and it actually worked a bit better. But it had some steering issues because I had installed a Lego bracket. I had installed like a bracket to keep the wheels in check, to prevent them from going haywire. Because I was like, oh, okay, it makes sense. You want the wheels to be kind of secured and all that. And then Nico was like, why not? Why don't you just remove the brackets? And I'm like, what? I've already removed the entire casing I built. I put so much work into, and then now the brackets for the steering. And so I did. And we had problems with the steering, like I said. So we took it off, and I was like, surely this won't work. I tried this before, and it only just kind of fell off, and it was being annoying. And so I was like, oh, we'll try it. And this was like the day of the actual race, which was today. And I could have done all this earlier, but I'm slow. It was also possibly because I was the one working on the project, and I don't know, I kind of got into a rhythm with it. Then for the next thing, which is like an actual like bot to fight other robots, I'll probably let Nico and Matthew take the helm. We'll all kind of work together. Ideally, I'll give them a bit more of a chance because I realized it wasn't exactly fully fair. But potato, potato. I like how I just say things even if they don't make sense. Gotta love me, one way or another. So yeah, we took the brackets off, and it actually was really weird looking when it steered because it like the wheels, they're on like the regular axis, so like usually when they're attached, they're like regular, like facing forward. But this time the wheels just completely just shift, and it like goes like the bracket or the kind of like the wheel axle just goes completely to the side, and it was it was quite funny looking, but it actually turned quite nice. It turned quite nice actually. It was not too far off completion, perfection. But of course, something had to go wrong during the actual race, as I'd predicted, due to our slow building of the vehicle anyway, and our lack of trial and error. We only had like a class worth of trial and error because I have a spare before my last period, which is the computer engineering class. So I usually use the spare to just do homework and stuff. But I had to build the robot for a few spares. So yeah, I didn't have much time to test things out. So yeah, the steering was pretty good actually. I was quite impressed, and the speed wasn't too bad. It had like 3 motors on the back and one on the front, controlling the steering. And I had some code issues with the rear motors just because they were facing different ways. So I did figure that out, but I was still having the trouble with the steering. So yeah, that got fixed. But the one issue that I didn't foresee was the fact that I had connected the front axle. I guess I'll call it the front axle. I'd connected that to the vehicle, like the motor, kind of loosely, which that was calling for something for sure. It was kind of connected, like I thought it was a nice secure connection, but initially there was like the frame around it and stuff, so it wouldn't really have come off anyway. It didn't, and all the time I had tested with it. So when I had actually taken off all the decorative bits and just kind of stripped it back, doing all these radical turns, and it kind of bumped into like one or two things in the race, and so like it did that, and then the front wheels just boop, they just popped off, and so it cost the race, but to my credit, there was like the initial race we did, it would have won, funnily enough, but the other car it disconnected because it's Bluetooth connection, so it disconnected. So it yeah, it worked really well the first time, and the second time it just went yeah, it went all over the place from there. I thought this might have been a spawner, but I don't think so. No. Yeah, it kind of went haywire, but definitely learned some things for the next robot we'll be building, the sumo bot, as it's called. The final robot we'll be building. So hopefully that'll be a bit more successful than the Chickeninator, Matthew's lovely naming conventions. And as kind of some of his resume of namings, I can kind of bring up a few of his previous naming conventions he's used. He's done the Chickeninator, which was the car. He's come up with like trolling stuff, like backgrounds for like trolling kind of character he portrays when he does trolling, called Clinkus Noodler, and he you know, it was like this whole story about him living in Moose Factory, Canada. It's not actually leaking where we live because we don't live in Moose Factory. Probably not anywhere near it. There was like Dragon Botches Glib and you know, all these like nonsensical type names. It's just kind of part of Matthew's humor. Is it's humor and absurdity and that kind of stuff. Like it's kind of funny. See for a teenager such as myself. Someone such as myself that enjoys some of the more a little bit more complex humor. Oh yeah, that's I kind of got all the chatting out now, and I'll probably be back. Oh, actually, I won't break the bed just yet. I mean, I won't sleep just yet. That's what I meant. But we'll probably be right back. I'm gonna take a quick break. Well, not a quick break. I'll see how long it takes. I'll be back in due time. I don't know. There'll be no commentary unless I do decide to chat at another point in this episode. But at least to get an hour of me talking, the usual amount, and I might chime in every once in a while if someone chats or something or something interesting happens. So yeah, expect that. But yeah, I'll be right back. I'll just switch to be right back. Wow, almost like they knew. So I'll switch to that, and yeah, I'll be back with the no commentary. You can just kind of sit back and follow my journey as I go through the Megasode here. So yeah, so I've said that so many times. I've said so yeah so many times. Oh, I repeat myself. Anywho, see you in a minute here. In a little Well, that concludes the first part of the Megasode. I could if I could use some sleep. So I'll resume the Megasode probably tomorrow, sometime tomorrow. I'll see how things go. But yeah, as I won't rattle on too much. I'll save the major outro for like the next part of the one after, whatever. Anywho, thank you so much for watching, and see you next stream. Yeah, so you enjoyed things, and yeah, bye, farewell.